Report. Through upsetting farming operations, uprooting people and altering supply chains, insecurity in Nigeria has severely impeded agricultural development, ultimately resulting in food shortages and financial misery. Conflicts between herders and farmers, violent conflicts, and other types of instability combine to make it difficult for farmers to access their land, grow crops, or get produce to market. Other factors posing a threat to the development of the agricultural sector of the country include limited access to inputs, inadequate infrastructure, and unfavorable weather, amongst others. Iyanabong Monday Uko has more on this report.
Insecurity in Nigeria has greatly impaired economic growth in agriculture by limiting access to farmland, disrupting supply chains, and causing displacement among farmers. This in turn has had a direct effect on food security and overall economic productivity. Consequently, it results in low crop yields, higher food prices, and a decrease in agricultural trade.
Insecurity has played a major setback in the agricultural sector in Nigeria due to the insurgencies that has been occurring. That's one. Then the inaccessible, ways to farmlands by the farmers themselves.
Insecurity has done more than enough epidemics, let me use that word, because the issue of these S-men and the like, they were even haunting the farmers. They do not allow them to stay in the farm, and since farmer cannot go to farm to work, it's going to be hard for us to feed.
The major problem now is that the farmers are no longer going to their farm because of what? Insecurity. So they are afraid of going to their farms now, because we have been hearing a lot of stories where a farmer went to their workplace only to meet their death there.
Insecurity fueled by issues like Boko Haram insurgency, herder family conflict, banditry, and kidnappings greatly inhibits Nigerians' agricultural development. This leads to restricted access to farmlands, displacement of farming communities, and disruption of supply lines, eventually aggravating food insecurity and poverty.
One of the major factors affecting, or that is a major crisis here in Nigeria that is affecting, agriculture. To me, I feel insurgency is number one. That comes from, let's say, the Boko Haram and, the farmer herder problem that is going on currently in Nigeria, where some herders are murdering some farmers, and some farmers are, they're trying to retaliate back.
The citizens, we are lazy, let me put it that way. During Obasanjo regime, he said, Operation Feed the Nation, you must have a garden in your house. If everyone has a garden, the cost of food wouldn't have gone this high.
About the insecurity in agricultural sector, that is about the bandit or the Fulanis or the S-men going from one place to another, directing the cow to eat our crops and the other things like that. And that really reduced our crops and our production of food.
Aside from insecurity, a number of obstacles hinder agricultural development in Nigeria, such as climate change, high input and logistical costs, poor infrastructure, and restricted access to technology and financing. Poor farming methods, significant post-harvest losses, and restricted market accessibility are additional obstacles.
Aside insecurity, another thing that is also an hindrance to agriculture, progress and development in Nigeria is the lack of agricultural inputs, like the fertilizers, provisions of fertilizers to farmers, adequate trainings, regular training. Every now and then we have new technology, we have new developments, we have new research always going on every day. As farmers that we are, we don't just stop at what we know.
Another factor that is responsible is when we talk about the open grazing we're having in Nigeria now. The open grazing, where you see those cattle rearers now taking their cattle into people's farm, destroying it. It is not helping matter. It is affecting the food production.
trust me, I say and I put this to the government, provide agricultural inputs, recruit hands that are in the agricultural sector, not just people that are not from the agricultural sector. Anybody that is interested in joining the agriculture, recruit them, we train them, we ground them with informations, help them do more research.
Things we can do to stop the problem that we are having, and let everyone start planting. If you have a house, if your house is even tiled, you can you can put sand in a bag, plant.
The government, the federal government should stop playing politics. Not everything should be politicized. They should make what they should put an end to what? To open grazing. They should make a station where those cattle railers can take their farms, can take their animals to. And another thing is they should look into what? Security.
The government have to just do something about it, because it's the government that can put an end to it.
A multifaceted strategy centered on security, financial incentives, and sustainable practices is needed to address insecurity and other issues in Nigeria's agriculture sector. This entails bolstering rural security, giving farmers resources and financial support, encouraging technical innovation, and getting women and young people involved in agriculture. Long-term development also depends on boosting value addition, expanding market accessibility, and encouraging sustainable farming methods. Yenabong Monday Oko, reporting for KAFTAN Television News.